My name's Liz Heinecke. I'm a science writer with a master's degree in bacteriology, and today I'm going to talk to you about Rachel Carson for Women's History Month. There have been many revolutionary women in the history of science. Through their discoveries, their perseverance, and their bravery, they have changed the world. Rachel Carson is one of these women. She sparked the environmental movement in 1962 with her book Silent Spring. Her words and her bravery resulted in the ban of the pesticide DDT in the United States. Even before writing Silent Spring, Rachel Carson was one of the most popular science writers of her time. Her lyrical books on the sea and the ecosystems surrounding and inhabiting it made the American public fall in love with science. A lifelong nature lover and student of science, Rachel Carson worked as a writer for the Department of Fish and Wildlife, where she saw some of the first reports on the devastating effects of the chemical DDT. Bugs were clearly not the only thing the pesticide was killing. And she wasn't the only one that noticed. After the government started spraying the chemical regularly around the United States, many people noticed the gradual disappearance of birds and missed their song in springtime, hence the name Silent Spring. Rachel spoke up, and she used science to do it. Understanding the significance of the chemical threat, Rachel used scientific evidence to write her book, Silent Spring. She stood up to the huge chemical companies producing DDT and telling the public that it was safe. Rachel made the argument that the chemicals we use in the environment will eventually reappear in our bodies. Rachel Carson was small in stature and unmarried. She was bullied, ridiculed, and criticized for her writing. She was called a spinster, hysterical, and an uninformed woman speaking of that which she did not know. Nevertheless, she persisted, and DDT was banned. Rachel Carson refused to be silent. She used her words, her voice, and her education to save the things she loved. In doing so, she sparked the environmental movement that continues today. While Rachel Carson explored forests and tide pools to write her books, you have a world of nature in your own backyard, and you can do some experiments to be a naturalist on your own. Grab a notebook, start a nature journal, keep track of the animals you see, keep track of the changes in the seasons, and pick up a book like my book, Outdoor Science Lab for Kids, and find some experiments you can do to discover what's living in your backyard. I describe in my book how you can use a pillowcase, a stick, and some hangers to make what environmentalists call a sweep net that you can take to sweep around grass and bushes to see what kind of insects you can catch. You can also use a kitchen sieve to sift through mud and gunk around streams and ponds to see what creatures are living in the water. Finally, it's lots of fun to take an old yogurt container or a bucket, bury it so that it's level with the dirt, and see what falls in. This is what's called a pitfall trap, and many researchers use it to study insect populations, but you might catch a stray mouse or something else. At any rate, grab some stuff from your kitchen, go outside and explore, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next Rachel Carson. Happy Women's History Month.